Hello, how are you? Good to have you here today. Welcome to Let's Go Abroad. If this is your first time here, feel at home. We discuss everything to do with immigration, skilled labor immigration, study abroad immigration, and non skilled labor immigration. Today, I feel good because I'm wearing a t shirt for the Curator Forest Run. And I was there about beginning of last month. And I did a run to remind us that we need to save the Curator Forest, and I'm happy I was able to do this video with that t-shirt. So let's get right into it. So we're going to look at the FAQs, or most common questions that we're getting from clinical officers about this path of relocating to UK as physician associates. It is expected that many questions will come, because UK introduced the path for physician associates like 2 years ago, and then they started training their own physician associates. They took those people with a bachelor's degree in life sciences, and then they were doing a 2 years postgraduate diploma. Then as we continued, the demand got rise, and now they have opened up this avenue for clinical officers who are trained in other countries. So many people are having a lot of questions, but let me tell you guys, the process is not any different from the one for doctors. So we have the experience because we've been dealing with doctors as an agency. Doctors going to work in UK, it is the same process. Actually, the only difference between the process of doctors going to UK and the process of clinical officers is in the second exam. So PLAB 2 is administered by the GMC, but the OSCE, the Objective Structural Clinical Exam, will be administered by the Royal College of Physicians under instructions from the GMC. So it is still the GMC which is still in charge. So almost everything that is going to happen with clinical officers transiting to physician associates is almost the same as the process for doctors. So this video is going to address the frequently asked questions. And the first one is about IELTS. We were asked this IELTS by a certain gentleman who is a clinical officer working in Zambia. And he was asking, is it a must that I pass, and I pass IELTS very well? He was asking that because we let him know that we do offer coaching and tutorship. And I will say, yes, you have to pass IELTS. Because if you do not get the year minimum, trust me, you will receipt for that exam. You will receipt for it. And IELTS is one of the most expensive language assessment exams that we have around. Now, the other reason why I would say it's good you invest in passing IELTS is because it is used to judge your competence when you're looking for a job. It will be used to, the score you get to be used to judge your competence. Because IELTS will show your ability to write well, IELTS will show your ability to speak and even to listen. So you can imagine this employer who is having applications from 5 different people from Kenya or from Africa, and one has scored high in writing, they have scored 8.5, and the other one has scored so low. It is human. It is human to judge and to say that this person who scored high in IELTS will be a better communicator, a better writer than the one who scored low. So I've been encouraging the clinical officers that I'm dealing with to ensure that they pass IELTS, because IELTS will determine a lot. If IELTS is used to judge the competence of doctors, then I'm pretty sure this is also going to be used to judge the competence of clinical officers. Now, the other question that have been asked, this question came from a gentleman in Eldoret. He wanted to know basically how we add value in this journey, what it is that we do to make your journey better. So first, we handle your GMC correspondence. GMC correspondence means that we write the emails to the GMC, we upload your documents and everything that needs to be uploaded, and we maintain that communication. And in case there is a delay of anything, we ensure that we are keeping them on touch. We are keeping them in the loop, because we are dealing with Britons. We all know how Britons communicate. They do appreciate fast communication and fast feedback. Then number two, we handle the university correspondence for you. You see, when you upload your documents to the GMC is going to write an email to your institution, and they're going to ask several questions. The first one, they're going to ask about the clock hours, their transcripts that you uploaded. So they're going to ask about the clock hours to see that you've gotten the bare minimum. After that, there is a step that we are going to do of verifying your academic documents by a different body. And they will be asking your institution to send the transcript. Now, here is a challenge where it comes. In Kenya, and I actually thought it is only Kenya alone, but I've come to discover the same case in Zambia and Tanzania. Emails don't work in public institutions. I don't know why. Like I was so surprised. It's a university we are dealing with. It's a university that ends with technology. Like all the students learn technology. But when you send an email, you have to go physically to follow that the email is read and responded. Huh? So we handle that correspondence for you. And how we intervene, I'm sure by now those people who trained in KMTC know that there are some people with few clock hours and there are some people who have not hit the target. That does not mean that GMC is going to put you off. Our experience working with doctors going to UK have told us that GMC needs communication, GMC needs explanation. So what we do is that we do a letter of explanation for you. Where there are gaps, where there are issues you're missing, we do a letter of explanation to the GMC, and then we follow your university. We ensure when the email comes for confirming the clock hours, it is done, and it is done as soon as possible. Because I told you, how you communicate will definitely affect how your case is handled. And then when it is time to send the official transcripts, we ensure we are on touch with the person who should send them. As soon as the email is sent, pop, we send those transcripts. Huh? So the other way that we come in is in IELTS. We book IELTS exam for you. Our agency is recognized by the British Council. We book the IELTS exam for you, and we offer you coaching and tutorship. So we come in to ensure that you have a high score, because yours is not just IELTS for the sake of IELTS. You cannot afford to fail. And I'm not saying that getting the bare minimum is what you need to do, because afterwards, as I have mentioned, your IELTS score is going to be used to determine your competency. So we do those coaching sessions at night. We have a beginner's class from 8 to 9. We have those in the intermediate 9 to 10. And then we have those who are advanced 10 to 11. And then we also give you a mock exam. Like on the Sunday before you go to do exam, you come, we do a mock exam just to ensure you are on top of your game. Okay? Now, then the other part that we come in is for your exams. Your KBA exams, that is a knowledge-based exam, which is going to be a 200 MCQ exam. We shall be your coach, okay? You see the way athletes have somebody keeping them on toes just to ensure they get their peak performance? We are your people for the LGA exam. It is bumper to bumper. Every day have we achieved our goals. For the curriculum, guys, if you trained in Kenya, you studied in KMTC, we have compared the syllabus for KMTC and the syllabus the GMC gave for the physician associates. You have done more. You have done more, and the knowledge-based exam will favor you. So we shall be your coach to ensure everything is being done. We give you the materials. We ensure that you have combed all the materials. And we want evidence. We've done these MCQs. Okay, send us a screenshot. How many did you score? If you come at a time where you're more than 2, we put you in groups and we supervise the group work and the reading. That's for the knowledge-based exam. Then for the objective structural clinical exam, this is the second exam that you're going to do. We do the same. But now this one, we ensure that we have an expertise, someone who has supervised this exam before. Okay? So we ensure that you are getting the trials, you are getting the questions, the clinical questions. You know, you'll be having 10, 14 sessions, clinical situations. Huh? So we ensure that you have brainstormed on every possible question that can come. Then we book your ticket, we book your visa, we book your ticket, we make the travel arrangements for you to go and do that exam. Okay? Now, finally, when you have passed, the GMC has told you, congratulations. It's an email that normally starts with your status has changed. When you receive that email that says your status has changed and now it is time to look for the job, we are here with you again. We do not leave you behind. There are agencies that help people get jobs in the UK, and those agencies are waiting for you. We register you with them, and when it comes to applying for jobs with the NHS, we have somebody that we have partnered with. She has always helped our doctors get jobs with the NHS when they have done this kind of training. We are there for you. So that is how we add value. In case you have that question like that, that guy, I hope it is well answered. Now, there is somebody else from Mombasa, a clinical officer who studied at Egerton, and he was asking us about the time frames. Now, the first exam will be done this September 2025. This is when the first cohort is starting for that exam. And then this is going now to be happening every quarter, and for the OSCE, it's going to be happening every month. So all depends with how fast are you. When the GMC sends an email to your university, how fast are the people from your university or from KMTC or from your training institutions take to respond? Like I'm telling you, KMTC is taking some time, and we are having issues, not issues, like all the clients we've had when we have to go to physically KMTC, but we had somebody who trained in the private medical college, and when that email was sent, like it was sent in the morning, we were planning to travel there the following day, and in the evening, everything was done. And like they're not being told. So private institutions are better in terms of communications and email, but the biggest challenge will be the time that you take to communicate. If you take long in the university correspondence and GMC correspondence, your matter will take long. Okay. Now the other thing to note is this is the experience that we normally have with doctors. Getting a slot for the PLAB 1, which is equivalent to KBA exam for clinical officers, it doesn't take time. Like the doctors sit for PLAB 1 exam here in Nairobi, it doesn't take time. The KBA exam will be administered online. But for booking for the second exam, it's usually busy. Doctors take long. So if a doctor does not book immediately, let's say their finances were not ready and they don't book immediately, they can even get a slot 9 months later. And we had a case like 2021 where they were getting a date for the exam 1 year later. So this one for the OSCE is just new. We are not expecting to have a lot of delays, but when the demand rises, like I was being told this exam for September, it's Zambians who have filled that slot. Yeah, they're the ones who have booked that exam so much in Africa. They're the leading in Africa. So it tells you that as the demand rises, then you are going to take long before you get the timing for the OSCE exam. So my advice would be ready as soon as you book and you finish the KBA exam and you have passed. Book the OSCE exam immediately, because we don't know if they're going to take long depending on the demand as it comes. Yeah. But for planning purposes, give yourself 1 year to 1.5 years. By then you should have finished everything. Everything should have been done. Then we got another question from a certain gentleman in Kisumu. He did a bachelor's degree in clinical medicine from JKUAT, and he was asking about jobs opportunities. Let me tell you, it is the UK that has created this pathway. And they created this pathway and they first trained their own. Then the market expanded and they went to look for other people, their jobs. Especially when you tie yourself to an agency, their jobs. And if you want to be hired straight by the NHS, we have partners who, I told you we've been doing this for doctors. So the same way they've been doing the same for doctors, the same way they'll do for you. We help you to apply for a job and to settle in. So yeah, so this video was just about the FAQs. It's good that you have stayed up to the end. Kindly share the video with somebody who you think will benefit from the content. That will be quite helpful. That will be quite useful. Subscribe if you are not a member of this family, and it is a joy to walk with you this journey. So we have our contact details in the description box. You can just check them and reach out to us if you need our help. And for now, I'll say goodbye.